12 will pass. Touchdown!
What a difference a decade can make, right? I mean, when this game came out, there were a ton of football games on the PlayStation 2. Now, on the PlayStation 4, well, you either play Madden or you don't play at all. Although it'd be nice to have options again, I think people sometimes forget how similar those options actually were. Case in point, NCAA GameBreaker 2003. If you told me this was Madden 2003, or GameDay 2003, or NCAA Football 2003, I mean, I honestly don't think I could tell the difference.
Quarterback back to pass. Wide receiver makes the catch. Picks up 17 yards on the play.
When the quarterback and receiver have that much time, it becomes a high percentage play.
So before Electronic Arts had the monopoly, there were a couple developers making football games, one of which was 989 Sports. GameBreaker was basically the college version of their NFL series, GameDay, which was common back then. You kind of had the same core game being released twice in 1 year, once with a pro theme and once with college. GameBreaker is basically identical to GameDay, and neither were exactly exceptional. If you've played any football game over the last decade, you'll at least be familiar with the gameplay. GameBreaker 2003 has the same perspective and feel and gameplay as pretty much any game in that modern Madden style. The differences come down to the details and the content. And I guess GameBreaker does feel noticeably faster than the others, on both sides of the ball. And that speed gives you the feeling that you could really break things open. I mean, until you realize that the defense is faster too. So really, it sort of balances out. And then you get crushed. You know, the game also has a slightly more arcadey feel than you might expect. And part of that's the speed, but it's also the offense. I mean, offense is pretty much unstoppable in this game. It's really easy to throw down the field and break open big runs. Even your quarterback can pretty much consistently pick up yardage on his own. Obviously, that might turn off fans of the more simulation-type games, but for me, I think it's a plus. It's kind of like Madden meets Tecmo Bowl.
Look out, he could score. Touchdown, Ohio!
If you blink, you could have missed that scoring drive.
But, of course, this is not Tecmo Bowl, and in no area is that more apparent than the game's interface. GameBreaker's is terrible. Your menu for choosing plays especially. It just looks like geometry vomit. There's lines all over the place. It's a mess to browse through. Oh, and you better hurry up, because once you pick a play, it takes 8 or 9 seconds before the game gets you up to the line and lets you snap the ball. Every single time. So, get ready for those 5-yard penalties. The presentation is what you'd expect from a sports game of its time. The textures and player models haven't exactly aged well. The camera needs some work. But, you know, on the other hand, some of the animations are actually kind of awesome. And the hits, they're both intense and surprisingly natural, which is pretty cool. And unfortunately, things are a little less impressive on the audio side. The commentary is pretty awful. And the music leaves a lot to be desired, too. In fact, the game really could have used some more of those college sounds. You know, the fight songs, the marching bands, the crowds. Without them, it's sort of like playing a watered-down NFL game at times.
They keep it on the ground. He picks up 1 yard.
The defense pursuit was good.
You know, you go back to these games, and you realize why there's only one game in town these days. The alternatives just weren't alternative enough. I mean, the gameplay, the modes, the options, it's all the same kind of stuff you'd expect from any football game. Games like these were really just crossing off a checklist. They were options for the sake of the option. I mean, sometimes you just have to go deep. NCAA GameBreaker 2003 never does. It's a very good football alternative for your PS2. That's about it. And thanks to Ron from Cedarburg, Wisconsin, our top recruit, for sending it in. Touchdown, you, Ron.
Line up for 2. Number 2 on the run. No good on the 2-point attempt.
Miami 14, Oregon 6.